to the Shay McCray Show. And today my first guest for season 2 would be Q Parker, R&B artist, Grammy-winning, co-founding member of 112,
Yes.
founder of Brothers United, okay, and also a founder of Q Parker Legacy Foundation.
Yes.
Welcome to the Shay McCray Show.
Thank you for having me. We family.
Oh, we family now?
We just kicking it.
Oh, we just kicking it. So, I mean, you guys just got here, but before I was telling Q, he's my first guest for the season, and I don't know why I get nervous. I've been doing this for so long, but I mean, it's not big if you're not nervous, right? What you think? Like, do you get nervous when you perform after 20 plus years?
I don't necessarily call it nervous, but it's just anxious energy.
Oh, is that what it is?
I'm just always excited to do what I do.
Okay.
And, you know, in this industry, it's a lot of hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait.
And so while I'm waiting, then I just become anxious because I'm ready to go and just be on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with me, I think I'm anxious to get it over with. I don't know what it is, but we're going to figure it out and we're going to just do our thing. Well, you have a lot going on. First, I want to just get right into it because 112, y'all back together? What's up? What's going on?
So currently 112 is it consists of Slim and Mike.
Yep.
They've been holding it down, and they have some other components. Myself and Duran, we have yet to reunite with the other two guys. And you know, I always say, you know, time heals, and in God's timing, it will reunite. I have hope. And I have the belief that one day soon, I think we're not too far off. I can just kind of feel the climate, that everybody's headspace is going to get into a place where we can actually have, you know, a conversation amongst brothers, and just mending the relationship before we get into trying to do music. Because I just know that once the relationship of brotherhood is mended, we can't do nothing but do music. And
it takes brotherhood, friendship, and loyalty to
all of that.
Make something last for a long time.
And I mean,
right?
we've been together since middle school. And, you know, just with all relationships, you have, you know, the peaks and the valleys. It's just how you work through those low moments that creates sustainability or the longevity part of it. And we're just
why now though? Why you been separated? What, 10 years now?
It's been about 5. 2018 was the last time I was.
So it's been 5. Okay, yeah, okay. So, but why
6.
now?
I just think enough time has gone by. I think hopefully guys have had time to really just sit down and be introspective and look at, you know, the part that we all contributed to us being in this point. And at the end of the day, we're adults, we're grown men. And at some point,
you was an adult 5 years ago.
Yeah, but 5 years ago was the heat of the moment.
Okay.
And so sometimes you have to remove yourself from the situation, gather your thoughts, take a beat, so you can come back with a sane mind, with a calm conscience and a calm mind, with the intent of reconciliation. And I think just over the time, you know, I can only speak for myself. I'm ready to sit down and have a conversation, because I just think it is time. I think the fans have,
of course,
you know, they've wanted it, and I think it's time to just kind of look at it from different perspectives than just our own personal perspectives, and really just come together and have a conversation.
So 2024, we could expect to see you guys in concert.
So I won't go that far. I just don't know, because it's just so many components that has to happen in order. But I do believe that reconciliation is in the air, and I can only speak for myself, Quintus Parker, that I'm ready to sit down and have a conversation.
All right. What about Duran? Is he ready as well?
I don't know. Duran and I are still really, really close. We speak probably once or twice a week. But I think if all components are in a space where it's comfort, it is confidential, I think that we will all be able to have a conversation.
Okay, okay. Well, we look forward to it as your fans.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
we're here for it.
It's on the way.
It's on the way. All right. So I want to back up even a little bit further. All right, then, because this is where we at right
hot.
now.
Well, she
I came in
hot.
hot. Listen, I saw y'all rehearsing. I saw it recently on the tabloids that you was like ready. I guess there was a member of a 702 just recently passed away, and you started, thinking. You was like, hey, it's a sign.
Man, life
it's
is
time for
short.
us to reunite and get back together. So when I saw that, it was like more so like life is short, and I saw that, and it was
Yeah.
like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's put this behind us. We did this for so many years. Now let's move on.
Yeah.
So I thought that was big of you. So congratulations for
Thank
even
you.
going there, because I know, or should I say, I felt as though you was one of the ones that really didn't want it. I don't know more. I don't know. It wasn't true. Okay.
It was. I don't think none of us
Okay.
didn't want it.
Okay.
It was just the circumstances just caused a splitting.
Okay.
Of the two sides.
And I didn't think you even talk about it. I would be honest with you. So I was like,
You didn't think I would talk about it?
no, because it's like, so you were doing so many other great things now that we can discuss, to be honest,
And that'll continue,
So-
but part of my legacy is still
112.
with 112.
I love
and
it.
It's still much more that has to be written even in that component.
So speaking of legacy,
Yes.
okay, you had some time. You started out with Bad Boy, okay, Records.
Yep.
How would you say that your time with Bad Boy shaped your musical journey, and what lessons did you learn during that period?
Man, I learned a lot of lessons during my time at Bad Boy. Starting out as a teenager, I just really wanted to perform. I wanted to sing. And at that time, I didn't have a full sense of like the business behind the music, and understanding that you have to go into every room with that mindset first, and not just being in the music business, but being in the business of music.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the greatest lessons I learned. And I had to learn it through hardship, because our first record deal wasn't the most favorable to us. Unlike, a lot of artists that came out during that time, we were offered, what was a standard record contract that really wasn't favorable to the artist. But still, staying true to it, living out that record deal, then ultimately getting a deal that we felt we was worthy of, because we had performed so well in the first 3 albums. It is just really, I learned a lot. And so what I do today, present day, is through my foundation, through different organizations that I'm a part of and partners of, is just teaching the business to this next generation.
So you go into it with the business
of
mindset
artists.
first.
Yeah, so that they go in understanding that I am the business, and having the knowledge to navigate through this industry, and not be taken advantage of, not feel like you're not getting your just due, but just knowing your value, because you know how to navigate through this industry.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest lesson. But I would say, being signed to Bad Boy, I really got a sense of family, because we were all so close. We always talk about the original 5. That's Big, Craig, Faith, 112 in total. And the atmosphere around that time was a family. We were the youngest, and so they all made sure we had food. They all made sure we had money in our pockets. Big would just make sure that he was the ultimate big brother. And so I learned the family component of Bad Boy. But then from Puffy, I learned just having a close seat to him. I saw the professionalism, the professionalism, and the fact that he was a perfectionist, and how he demanded excellence at all time. And that's something that he instilled in us, and I live by that even to this day.
So speaking of Puffy, what are your thoughts with the alleged allegations that's going on right now with him?
Yeah.
And working with him so closely in the
Well,
past?
I have an organization called Brothers United of Atlanta. And I've learned over the years that brotherhood is just something that men can't live without. It's a component that is a necessity. We have to be able to motivate, encourage, stand in the gap at times, be an ear, be a shoulder, because the life of a man sometimes is very difficult. And so when you see one of your brothers going through a hardship, I can only offer my support. And so we don't talk that often present day, but every now and then, you know, I'll send a text message. Hey man, I'm praying for you. I love you, and you know, I wish you well. But
so you did reach
always,
out during
yeah,
the time.
Always praying for him. Yeah.
Did you see any of those things during the time?
Nah, I didn't.
You weren't around when Cassie was.
No. I didn't see any of those
Okay.
things.
Okay.
Nah, I didn't. And again, you know, we always say, you know, things that are alleged.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's why
I don't really get into
Yeah.
a lot of those things. But at the end of the day, you know, I want to offer my support, regardless of the offense.
Yeah.
I still look at him as a brother to me. And so if my brother needs an ear, he needs a phone call, he needs a call of support or whatever, I feel like as a man, it's my responsibility to show up when my brother calls me, regardless of the offense. So
yeah, I understand. You guys own publications now, right? Your own.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
congratulations to
Thank you.
that.
Thank you very much.
That was really big.
Yeah.
Now, what are your plans to do with it? What's next?
I mean, one of the things that I always that I'm currently preaching to the next generation is ownership and the power of ownership. And just when you go into any type of business with the mindset of ownership, that's when you have the power. And so being able to retain the part that Puffy and Bad Boy Entertainment had of our publishing, it just puts us in a stronger position to be able to do whatever we want to do, whether that is sell your catalog or whatever it is, just to be able to retain that percentage that he had. It just gives you more of a position of power. So I'm just very grateful. Whatever led to that, it does well for not only myself, but now my legacy now has another added percentage that we didn't have prior to him giving back that percentage that he had.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of legacy, you have the Q Parker Legacy Foundation.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
So Q Parker Legacy Foundation was founded in 2016, and we have two pillars under the foundation. We have a youth component, and we have a senior citizens component. I grew up in a very big family, and so love, time, presence, attention, and all of those things is just what is in my heart. And so because we have those two pillars, our focal point in the youth is music entrepreneurship, music entertainment, and just the information and the knowledge of the industry, like I spoke about earlier, wanting to make sure that these children are fully equipped as they enter into the industry and not have to go through certain pitfalls that my generation had to go through. And so they're so gifted, they're so talented, so we give them an opportunity to be nurtured, developed, really bringing artist development back, but also
they need that, because I don't know what's going on.
components of the music industry. And so we do programming throughout the year, just focus on the children's development in the music industry. But then also for the seniors, it's about time, it's about love, it's about just loving on them. These are the matriarchs and the patriarchs of our families and of our the whole family structure. And so oftentimes this demo is forgotten. And so we want to let them know that at Q Parker Legacy Foundation, we see you, we love you, we acknowledge you, and we're going to spend time with you. So we do an annual gala for the seniors.
Oh, nice.
We do programming throughout the year to just bring some fun and excitement by way of karaoke, bingo, active aging,
I hate they make bingos make seem so old. I love playing bingos since
we
I
have
was
a good
kid.
time. We do like music bingo. It's really fun.
Okay. So, if someone wanted to be a part of the foundation, how do they sign up?
Just go to qparkerlegacyfoundation.org.
Okay.
You can join the newsletter, but you can also donate because we do a lot of things in the community, and so funding is always something that we are committed to all year round.
Okay, and now with the Brothers United, now that's something different, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys even have prayer meetings on Mondays and stuff, so forth. Okay.
So Brothers United was also started in 2016, and I just believe that no man should feel like he's on an island by himself.
And it's tough for men. I'm not gonna lie. I speak highly with mental health, especially with men, because they're the ones that not really looked at, focused on. As women and children. Men they're supposed to be so strong and can't cry, and So with that, they need that.
and that's why the organization was created, because we have to dispel a lot of these stigmas that were just put on us. Like you mentioned, you know, a man can't cry. You know, you a chump if you show vulnerability or sensitivity. But I think those are the components and characteristics that really make us who we are.
Exactly.
You have to be able to show both sides. Yeah, you got to be strong in certain aspects, but you also got to be delicate and soft. And when we can absolutely tap into all of those characteristics, that's when we show up as men. But again, you know, every day men wake up with just an unsurmounted amount of weight that we have to carry. And sometimes it's just like in the gym, you know, sometimes you need a spotter. Hey man, help me lift this. And so we just want every man to know that, you know, what we do at Brothers United is to identify that you're not on an island by yourself. And so you come here, you're going to get love, you're going to get motivation, you're going to get encouragement, but you're going to get support.
Yeah, because you guys also teach finance, and you also do, I think, marriage, support and stuff like that.
It's all the components that falls under your goal to becoming the ultimate man and really living in manhood and not boyhood or malehood, but the true essence of manhood.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Yeah. Well, can you share insight into the creativity process when you guys won the Grammy?
Oh yeah. So the one of the songs. So I have 2 Grammys, one with 112 and one with the Atlanta Boy Choir. And the song that we won the Grammy for with 112 was "I'll Be Missing You." After the late Notorious B.I.G. passed away, Puffy, 112, and Faith Evans, we did the song "I'll Be Missing You." And I remember during that time, Puff wanted to do a song that was in tribute of Notorious B.I.G. And Big. And so we went through, I think, like 2 other records, and then he finally came in with the Bono joint, "I'll Be Missing You," and he was like, "Yo, I just want y'all to get on the end of it." We were already in another session of ours because we were performing, we was recording one of our albums, and he put the music on, and we just came up with the little vamp at the end, and it became one of the biggest contributions of our career.
Still to this day, I used that song recently with passing on my brother. So definitely. It's like when it comes on, I'm not gonna lie, it comes on sometimes I might have to turn it off because it hits me every time. So that is a plus. Well, you definitely had not only a great, successful musical career, but as an actor as well. A lot of people, they forget that part, that you do your thing. So how's that going?
It's fun. It's fun. You know, in high school, in middle school, I participated in a lot of theater.
Oh, okay.
And so
that's how you got the performance thing down pat.
Theater is that's like one of the things I love to do, because in theater you act and you sing. And everybody will tell you that theater is a great proving ground for becoming an actor in television and film. And so anytime I have an opportunity to do theater, I'm always game for that. But then as of recent, I've had the opportunity to be a part of some feature films, some television shows, and it's just another way to show the creativity and the gift that, you know, God has blessed me with as a complete entertainer. I love it. And even my son now, he's a sophomore at FAMU, and he's a theater major.
Okay.
So that is kind of like running in the family, but it's just something that I love to do. He loves to do, and every opportunity I get to be on TV or in a film is really a highlight.
Okay. Well, speaking of family, congratulations. You have a newborn in the family.
Yes.
Now you're a grandpapa.
Yes. So my daughter, she already has a 3-year-old. He just celebrated a birthday last week. I call him Lil Homie. Okay. Shout out to Lil Homie, Leo Boone. And then she recently had twins.
Oh, twins! Wow.
So, and then there were 3. So now I'm a GP of.
GP. So what they gonna call you?
That's what they call me, GP.
GP. Okay. Yeah. Did you give them that name?
I did.
You know what? I was not, I think it's gonna change by the time they get older.
Nah, I had to try to make Grandpa cool. I was not walking around Pawpaw.
You not Pawpaw?
Nah.
No, I don't know.
Just GP.
They gonna change you. You know that, right? Nah. They changing when they get.
They're not.
No, you gonna be like GP.
I'm not answering to it. GP.
I'm going to granddaddy house. No.
Nope.
Well, that's what's up. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
It's always I always say it's always a blessing when we get birth.
Absolutely.
But this brings us to our question of the day.
Sure.
Okay, this is where we're gonna get to know you on a different note, not about your music career, but not about all that other stuff. We want to know your opinion on some things that's going on in the world right now. Okay, so I have a box right here. All right, you just gonna stick your hands and then
Man, why don't you why don't I have something that's crazy,
you gonna
controversial
have
and stuff?
It should be.
Do I get to what is your biggest regret?
Okay.
Okay. One of my biggest regrets is not handling the 112 situation properly.
Okay, since we here, speak on that a little bit more.
Conflict resolution is something that everybody doesn't just innately possess.
Yeah.
It's a skill and it's a trait that, people go to school just to know how to navigate through that.
They do?
And
I didn't know, because I might need a class.
And so I just think that and I'm just speaking about myself personally, I could have done some things differently that would have maybe yielded a softer result or maybe not have gone so long. And because I have identified that this is why I can present myself and say, I'm ready to have a conversation of reconciliation, a conversation of brotherhood mending, because just my mindset is just a lot differently in 2024 than it was in 2018.
Okay, I can respect that. All right. Taking accountability, I
Absolutely.
see. I like that. All right. Well, we would love to see you guys back together. Yeah. Is it true you guys was named after the club 112?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Who came up, who came up
Well, that's
with
just
that?
where it all started. We needed
I wasn't here in Atlanta at the time, but
we needed a name, and because the name that we had, it just...
What was the name you had?
It was Forte. Forever en route to excellence, which remained our motto because we always wanted to be examples of excellence.
I love it, though.
But just the name, just like, And so when Puff was like, we need a new name, we just all got to thinking of how it started. And because we were moving to New York to become artists under Bad Boy, which was a New York record label, we didn't want people to forget that we were from Atlanta. And 112 is a landmark in Atlanta. When you come to Atlanta, you always gonna know about 112. And so we wanted, when people mentioned the name 112 as a singing group, that they would automatically identify us from being from Atlanta.
Wow, okay. That's what's up. All right, 112. All right. I wish I was there during those days. Did you guys just perform? Okay.
We never performed, but even as youngsters, too young to get in the club, we would still... We had ways that we would get inside the club.
We all did.
Yeah.
Now I'm telling on myself. Well, before you get up out of here, do we have any projects that's coming out? I know you also did some solo projects yourself in the past. Do we have anything? Yeah,
so I'm currently working on new music. It's been since 2012. My first and last solo record was in 2012. And so I said that this year I'm going to be releasing new music, just a lot of stuff. I have the opportunity now to operate in peace and the fullest extent of my creativity. So it's a great space to be in because on Monday, I'm a musician. On Tuesday, I can be an actor. On Wednesday, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a CEO. I get to wear all of these hats and really, really explore all of my gifts and my creativity. And so I'm never the guy that's going to sit down for too long. I'm always in the kitchen cooking. I'm always brewing something because I'm just that creative. But I love to be able to wear those multiple hats.
Now, I know you and Deron worked in the past with writing a lot of the music for the group. Have you, do you have him co-writing with you on the new project? You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Is he even singing on the,
We haven't gotten a song together yet, but
All right.
He's one of the dopest I know.
Yeah. Any features on the
Not yet.
Not yet?
We're just in the beginning phases of it.
Okay.
The beginning stage of it,
All right. Well, that's amazing. I look forward to it. I look forward to your solo project that's coming out, and I definitely look forward to seeing where we go with 112.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're going to sell out. You know that, right?
Absolutely. It's a long time coming.
If it happened, where would the first concert be?
I don't know. That depends on,
Because that's gonna be like,
it would be dope if
very
it was
memorable.
in Atlanta, but you know, you have to go where the opportunities are. So
okay.
you know, I'm sure once that happens, you know, we'll get with a promoter and they'll put together some type of tour and it'll start where it starts.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
You just let it all out the bag. Look, I appreciate it.
Because you came in hot.
I
man,
didn't
like,
mean to. It was like.
No, it was good though.
It was right there, you know,
good.
like you can't seize the moment.
You have to.
I gotta stay right there, you know.
have to.
Well, again, thank you.
No.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Shay
Thanks for
McCray
having
Show.
me.